Everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Emma Does Ties. As we all know that cargo pants and cargo pockets are in vogue now, and what differentiates this from the regular skirt and pants is just the style of the pockets. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew 3 different types of cargo pockets. So if this is something you're interested in, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You can also help to share this video so that it can get to the people that need it. So without further ado, let's just get started. For this tutorial, I already cut out this pattern, and the pattern will be a guide for all the pockets we are trying. And the size of this pattern paper is 7.5 inches wide and the length is 9 inches. And this is also the cover, which is 7.5 inches by 2.5 inches. The cover will be the same wideness as the pocket in case you're not using my measurements. So now guys, for the cutting of the first cargo pocket style, I already placed my pattern on the fabric and this is what I have. I have ½ inch on the 2 sides and the lower part of my pattern paper, and the upper part I have 2 inches. So I have ½ inch here and here, also here, but on the upper part I have 2 inches. And for the cover as well, I also added ½ inches to all the sides. So for the upper part of my pocket that I have 2 inches, I'll be folding it in using 1 inch, then I will refold it again using another 1 inch, and that will be the top part of the pocket. So I will just go ahead and stitch that on the sewing machine. That is the upper pocket. So now I'll go ahead and fold the other sides using the ½ inch allowance. So after folding the pocket should be the initial size of the pattern we cut out earlier. Guys, you can use any desired length of your choice for the pockets. I will be using these fabrics for my pants, and let's assume this is one side of my pants. I want to fix this at this area. So wherever you want to fix your pocket, just note the area. I will place my pocket on it like this, and I will make sure it is equal on both sides. As you can see, there is a line that is at the middle here. Just make sure it is equal at both sides before stitching it. You can stitch your cargo pocket flat like this, and you can add an extension to push it up, which I'll be showing you. This is the pocket cover. I have ½ inch allowance on this side and on the other side, and 1 inch at the upper part. As you can see, it is on fold. So I will just stitch both sides with ½ inch. So after stitching the sides of the cover, I will place it on my cargo pocket like this, and I will fold it in by 1 inch and stitch it on my pocket like this. So if you want your cargo pocket to be flat, you can just go ahead and sew it directly. But if you want to give it the effect of it looking like it's being pushed up, you have to measure all the sides of the pocket except from the upper part, and use whatever measurements you get to determine the length of the fabrics you will be cutting out. So when you are done measuring, you cut out a straight fabrics like this using the length of the pocket that you already measured. So guys, don't forget to be adding 2 inches to the straight fabrics that you cut out for folding allowance. The 2 inches folding allowance you added will be used to fold in the fabrics on both sides. For the wideness of the fabrics, I have 2.5 inches. I will use ½ inch to fold it in on both sides. So you place it like this and you sew it 1/4 inch all through. So when you get to the point here, you lift up your machine and you continue till you sew to the other end like this. In case you notice your fabric is longer, just cut out the excesses so that it can be the same length as the pockets. When you are done with that, just place the pockets wherever you want to place it on your pants. Then you lay flat the pocket just as if you want to fix it flat. You lay it flat like this, then you just use your chalk to mark it out like this. You mark out the shape of the pocket. So after marking it out, just place the pocket before the chalk and use 1/4 inch to stitch it down. Make sure you are seeing the chalk and stitch all the sides. So when you're done with that, you have a perfect pocket. So after sewing, just go ahead and place the cover on it and stitch it down. For this pocket, I'll be sewing just only one, and that will be the third design. For the second design, we are recreating this design showing on the screen, and I already cut out my fabric. So I'll place my pocket pattern on my fabric. As you can see, I have 2 inches at the upper part for the folding, and on this side I added excess 3.5 inches and half inches on the lower part and the other sides. So the next thing I will do is to fold the fabrics like this. We are folding it on the right side, not on the wrong side, and you will sew it with 1.5 inches because we are using 3 inches. So you fold it to the right side and sew it with 1.5 inches all through. So after sewing, this is what I have. Then I will just go ahead and iron this out. You have to iron it so that it can be flat like this. So guys, when you iron it, just be careful so that it will not fold inside. After ironing, this is what I had, and I also went ahead to fold every other part that needed to be folded in and iron them out. I mean the 2 sides with half inches and the 2 inches on the upper part. So guys, as you can see, this is the design we tried to recreate on the second pocket. For the pocket measurement is still the same as the one we used initially. So now you can fix the pocket flat on your pants like this, or you can use the push-up design we did for the last one we did. For the push-up design, just measure out the edges of the pocket and use the measurements you get to cut out a piece of fabric of about 2.5 inches. Then you place the pocket on where you want it to be on the pants, rule the line and place the pocket on it and stitch. Just follow the process on the first design. It is still the same thing, just that the first pocket is plain and this one has a design on the middle. So guys, the third design we will be recreating is almost the same as the second design, but with just a little difference. I already placed my pattern on my fabric, and I've also gone ahead to add 3.5 inches at the side and 2 inches on the upper part of the pocket, and also half inch on the other side and the lower side of the pocket. For this third design, I'll be folding in on the wrong side. You know the second design we make was folded on the right side. This particular design will be folded on the wrong side. So now I'll mark out 2 inches for the hemming at the upper part. After that, I'll mark out half inch I added earlier on at the lower part. So guys, from the 2 inches that I marked out earlier on, I'll mark out another 1.5 inches from the upper part. Then from the half inch that I marked out on the lower part, I'll also mark out 1.5 inches from that point that I marked out on the lower part earlier on. Guys, it's so simple. Just look at the way I did mine. So now guys, whatever you have, you will not sew the middle, if you get what I mean. You will sew from the upper part with 3.5 inches. Remember the 2 inches for folding that I marked out and the extra 1.5 inches. And from the lower part, you will sew with 2 inches. The 2 inches is the half inch that I marked out earlier on and the extra 1.5 inches that I later marked out. So guys, remember you will sew with 1.5 inches. So guys, mind you, you are not sewing the middle part. For better understanding, the part that you see me marking out here, you are not sewing this part. So after sewing, this is what I have. So just go ahead and iron it flat like this. The essence of what we left at the upper part is that when we want to fold our pocket in with the 2 inches we added, it will not affect the opening. So after folding, this is what it looks like, and this is the opening. Guys, as you can see, the second design has a pleat at the front while the third design has an opening. So now I'll be adding the fabrics that I added on the first design. To add the fabrics, just make sure that you measure the accurate measurements of the side and then go ahead and just stitch with 1/4 inch. So after stitching, this is what mine look like. As you can see, it is very neat. As for the side, you have to top stitch with just 1 inch. This is the pocket cover. You place it very close to the pockets, then you will also top stitch on it. So after stitching the pocket, this is what it will look like. This is the cover and this is the pocket, looking so beautiful. Trust me guys, this is very easy to make for beginners. All these pockets can be so flat, but if you want it to be pushed up, you will follow the method I used today. And guys, if you follow my method, it will come out nice. Thank you so much guys for watching. This is the closer look of my pocket. See you in the next video. Bye.